Welcome back to Shoulder Challenge Month. We're on week 1, day 4. Today we are going over goal setting. Now, goal setting is incredibly important because you gotta know what target you're shooting at, and you want to be something that you can constantly remind yourself of what you want to be able to do, so you're not going and veering off in many different directions and then get lost along the way and look back and be like, okay, this is where I wanted to go, and I went, ended up way over here. So, goals, especially for this challenge, we want people to stay as consistent as possible so you get the best outcome, best results. And each and every video, it's not going to just be exercises, it's going to be learning the body, the systems, so you can implement all these topics into your everyday life and so you can understand your whole body as a whole. So, back to goals. Short term. This is anywhere from weeks to up to a year. Long term is anywhere from months to multiple years. So let's start with short term and we're going to go from there. So you have to know what you want to be able to do. And I want you all to write this down, type in your phone, something that you can remind yourself and see it on a daily basis. So I'll use this challenge as an example. I want to be able to complete the tasks and watch all the videos every single day for a month or 31 days. And I want to be able to do that in the morning before I go to work. I want to be able to complete and watch the video at lunch or at night. So I have 3 time slots, Monday through Sunday, so I can stay consistent with this. So as we look back at this, it's specific, it's attainable, it's measurable, so you can see, especially on YouTube, did you watch the videos and did you have to actually be able to complete that. So whether it's marking down on notes or on your notebook that I completed it, check mark, or just that you've completed it itself. Now, it's relevant to most people that are Googling shoulder challenge month. So I would assume that would be the case. And is it timely? Do we have a time stamp? So every single day for a month long. So you can use that basis through any goal that you have, whether it's in health, whether it's in finance, whether it's in relationships. It's relevant, okay? So that's an awesome short-term goal. I want everyone to be very specific to you. Take some time, be thoughtful, write that down, whether that's for this upcoming 31 days, whether that's for the next couple months, up to a year, okay? Now, an awesome fun tip in terms of habits that you've already ingrained into your everyday cycle. Like, let's say I brush my teeth in the morning and at night. What small habits or activity or information can I learn and utilize at the same time or the similar times as I'm brushing my teeth or before after I brush my teeth? So this can ingrain into your everyday cycle. So for example, whether it's watching a video as I'm brushing my teeth, or let's say I step on a scale to weigh myself every single day as I'm brushing my teeth, or at night before I go to bed, let's say I watch the video, can I complete the task if there is a task involved that at the nighttime? Ideally, doing both of those at the same time works better, and that's not only brushing the teeth, that's also, okay, do I always go here for lunch, or do I always go home, let the dogs out? What can I do in that small time frame that will not only benefit the dogs or pets in that small 10 to 15 minute time range? Okay, so it's recognizing what stuff you do consistently and what small tasks can you add during, before, after that time frame. And just watch and see, you're going to notice it's going to be much easier to complete. Now, that's short term. Let's go into long term. Long term, like I said, is anywhere from months to multiple years. Now, I know Shoulder Challenge Month is only 31 days. Let's look long term. Like, for example, for me specifically, let's say I want to be able to lift 140 pounds overhead. Okay, so we have to break this down to smaller goals on top of your bigger one. Well, how can I be able to perform that? Well, I'm going to need to work out multiple times throughout the week, at least 3 times. I'm going to have to utilize and work the tissues of the shoulder until fatigue or until I feel really good muscle burn. And that may include 5 reps for 3 sets, 3 times a week for 4 weeks straight, and then alter and switch to 3 reps, 1 set, 8 weeks after that. Like, if you have questions, I'd ask a trainer, ask someone who's in that field, but you kind of have a good idea. And I want to be able to perform this 140 pounds overhead in 6 months. So it's attainable, it's measurable, as long as it's not a long shot, depending on where you're at the base right now. That's all variable person to person, but you kind of have a good understanding. Obviously, you want to be able to shoot for something extravagant. So you're shooting for the stars, but you may fall in the clouds. And that's still better than on the ground. It's still better if you monitor and be as consistent as possible. So short-term, long-term goals. The goal for today is the complete write down, type out so you can see what your short-term goal is. Make sure it's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely for short and long term. And then what habits do you already have, do you constantly do, and what small things can I implement around that time, either before, during, or after that small habit that you have, so it can push you towards your goals. Okay, very, very important. And again, today, on top of this, keep going through your shoulder workspace, keep going through your scapular workspace. We're going to get into some other fun stuff tomorrow with that, but the goal for today is goals, short-term, long-term, and recognizing habits. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Woo!